Hi, Virgo. This is Just with your October 1st general read. I hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. So, Virgo, this is a doozy. We are in Mercury retrograde and Libra. So, I want to say straight away be careful with starting anything right now. You would be better off starting in November. Okay. The end of the retrograde, I believe, is October 18th, but do check with your most trusted astrologer for all the details there. So I just want to give you a heads up there. Now, you guys are in your feelings. You're trying to kind of come out of your head about things, and you may at times feel a bit down and melancholy because you don't have all the boxes checked off and all the dots are not being connected at this time. I do see that you're making a decision, or you have to make a decision, and congratulations, some of you are pregnant. So congratulations to some of you pregnant Virgos out there. And it has, right now, it looks like a lot that's going on with you right now is love. So if your life is doing really swell, this is not the reading for you. Go check out your moon or your rising if this happens to be your sun sign or other areas of your chart. Because I'm picking up on Virgos who is kind of processing the heaviness of some type of love situation. Now, this could be in any aspect of your life. But I feel for some of you, you may be feeling like you have got to accept that you have to do some things on your own. Now, some people hearing this in your life may not like it and they may act out, but you are going to stand strong and firm. You're making a final decision to rid yourself of manipulators, of users, liars, gimmicks. And this may have it may feel like it all came to a head, but I'm sure it's something that's been building up. So something about someone that you have a tie to, they may be manipulating you in some kind of way. It could even be you. This can go vice versa. But I just pick up more strongly that Virgos are making a tough decision because it's a matter of heart. And you're not so 100% sure if this is the right decision, but it is kind of a means to an end. Does that make sense? It's better than the other option, the lesser of the two evils, put it that way. Home life. Your mind is becoming a little bit less stress. So some of you may have lost sleep, had nightmares, just really mentally not able to calm your mind. And although it's not as bad as perhaps it has been, you're still not 100% yourself. Some of you could be under the weather, so do take care of yourself. But it also looks like you're going to be okay. Things are going to start to lessen and get much better. Healing will be a process for you guys for whatever reason you need healing, but it will come, and it is a process, and actually it's a blessing in disguise. I think that's what I'm going to title this, because this is actually going to be a blessing in disguise. You're in the front lines right now, boots on the ground, and you're feeling like you can't see the forest from the trees, but it's there. Oh, it's there. And so what's coming up for you guys this month? This month, I feel for you is literally getting to a place of peace mentally. Be careful with migraines because you guys suffer from that. And just not feeling all the way clear and together. Now, again, we do know that has a lot to do on Mercury retrograde. Let your girl know down in the comment section below if you feel the stronger effects of Mercury retrograde when it is retrograde and it's in the air sign. So even I have had some issues, and I'm not a Virgo, but I've had issues with my mindset and being so restless and overthinking. Again, I have to say, Mercury retrograde and an air sign, we're all kind of feeling those effects. You're really going through it. But I do feel like this is kind of kicking up and bringing up a lot of hidden things. It's giving you clarity, although it's a slow process there. And it's painful. It's not the funnest thing because you're either realizing that you don't love someone anymore, or they don't love you, or there's a lot of manipulation going on. And it's kind of you versus yourself, right? The old you versus who you're becoming and who you know yourself to be. So every day and as the weeks goes on, you get better mentally and you get clearer mentally. And I feel for you Virgos, you're coming out of this retrograde with a fuller understanding of where you are, where you stand, and who's the players that can be trusted in your life. And can I say, some of you Virgos may feel like all you have is yourself. Like, all I have is me. And once you get there, if that's your story, and if some of you are just going to leave all of it behind and let it go and focus more on your work and your career. Some of you, and so there's three groups. The first group is it's all on me. I can only depend on myself. And you kind of slowly but surely start to detach. The second group of you is it's all on me. What did I say? I forgot. Because there is three groups of you. Okay, so the second group is I'm realizing who the people are around me, and I'm going to focus more on my work and my career, and try to stay out of things. And then others of you, the third group, are going to try to work within those parameters with people and to try to lessen the stress and the drama that seems to be happening. So some of you are going to work with the people and try to work around this to repair things. Others of you are going to know where you stand with these people and slowly but surely disconnect. And deal when you need to deal with them. And then some of you are just going to completely disconnect from someone or some people. I do see that. Okay. So that being said, if you are employed, you are in past things coming up. So employed Virgos are dealing with the past. You may find out at work that someone's been stealing, some lies, some things from the past are coming back up. Okay. There could be some changes in your workspace, and it's more of what you thought was happening before. Now that's going to come back in. And again, it could be different for all of you. If you are looking for work, listen, and I don't know what Virgos I'm talking to, but you've got to stop playing the games, right? When it was time for you to find a job, you were playing around. You were getting high. You were just doing things that really wasn't going to get you what you wanted. So it's like you kind of have to put yourself in a place where you're leaving things behind that's sabotaging you, okay? And you're really focused. And again, you don't want to start anything right now anyway, unless you've been applying well before September, because we're in a retrograde, and especially with Libra, dealing with contracts and partnerships on all levels, professional included, that will be subject to change thereafter. So November is your better bet for looking for opportunities for employment. This will be a good time to flush out your system and disconnect from toxic self-sabotaging ways. And for those of you who are self-employed, I see you being more engaged and excited about your business, getting your mojo back. For some of you, you're getting back geared to business, and you are finding new ways to make more money or increase revenue. And some of you may be bringing new opportunities to your business. So that looks really good. Let's get into love. Single Virgo ladies. Well, I'll say this. Take the high road. Even if someone deserves whatever, they'll have it coming to them. It's called karma. It is true. It exists. But do be careful with allowing someone to taint your spirit. Ladies, single Virgo ladies, do be careful with allowing someone to taint your spirit to where you will get on their level or lower. If you're trying to do root work or manipulate energies or something like that, that isn't going to work for you. And it's going to be a detriment to you. So be careful with that. And some of you, if you're even thinking about something like that, it's not going to work in your favor. But I see this being more of feeling like you don't, like maybe your mojo is lost and you're not able to maneuver in single spaces in the dating world. So you may feel like you're out of your element now that you're single to some extent. And some of you may look cross waters. So start to be interested in pools of people who are foreigners to you. But again, I would say lay low when it comes to love, because you could be attracting major manipulators. Virgo men, you're going through a process of change. My condolences if anyone has passed away, but you are changing completely. And some of you want a fire sign woman, but you may feel like, okay, so hold on, Virgo men. I'm trying to get into one. Okay, some of you Virgo men are possibly trying to rectify a situation. I see going through the process of courts, trying to get things balanced again. Some of you might be trying to make something right with a woman, but she may have, it's very cold, very detached. It's very hard for you to get in contact and make things right with this, one particular woman. And you may be jumping to that woman because the woman that you've been dealing with, that you probably want, or she still wants you, the love is lost. So it's giving me like a third party situation gone wrong. Or some of you Virgo men may have decided that, I'm actually in love with this woman and there's still another woman out there. I'm not going to get too deep into it because this is something that looks very deep and I have to get into it kind of a little bit deep, and I'm just giving you guys a little highlights. So safe to say that for some of you Virgo men, there's several women here, but you're trying to right the wrongs of the past. And you're also trying to navigate through a space of an emotional connection with someone that you may not be in the best place with this person. Okay. And you may have manipulated this woman. And so it's very hard for her to forgive and forget. And for the two of you to kind of get past that is what it looks like to me. But this woman, she's a water sign. So Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, who still thinks of you very heavily. And it's hard for the two of you to be on the same page. And it also could have had to do with a third party energy. And I see a fire sign woman who's in your future, but that's the person, and that's a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, which is someone that you may be trying to right wrongs. And it may be trying to reach out to speak or having to go to litigation. Just depends on the circumstance of your situation. So I see you Virgo men have your hands full. Oh, and you're changing. Some of you men are changing. So you've made a decision. It seems like there's something that you feel like you need to really address, you need to deal with, and your life can't proceed forward until you face this and deal with it, whatever that is. Okay. Couples. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Okay. I feel like you guys are really trying to just settle things. Going back to Virgo single men. I feel like you're just trying to settle things with people that you may feel have hurt you. Like you're processing because you're going through a change and a death. So that means that the old you is dying off and there's a new you. And I feel like for some of you, regardless if you've hurt someone or you've been hurt, I feel like you're going through all of that. The hurt that you've caused and hurt that you have had to deal with, and through that process of karmic lesson, you become better. Okay. So now, couples. Excuse me. Are you guys being put into a polygamous relationship? For some of you, you might like it. You might like a polygamous relationship. Something a little bit different. The problem is that, you might be pregnant, or a wife may be pregnant, or girlfriend's pregnant. So it's like it's not so much you could do until the baby comes. But I see there was juggling. So I'm speaking to Virgos that their mate has been juggling. Or someone's been juggling a couple of people, if not more. And it looks like the relationship is taking a turn. And that's not a bad thing. It just, especially if the two of you are on the same page of it taking a turn. And when I say a turn, that means it's not as traditional. It's not as monogamous, or it's not what society calls the norm of a relationship. There may be alternative ways in which the two of you behave in your relationship. And if that's not the case, then it is someone is juggling and they're not acting in a way that is conducive to a traditional relationship. And they have someone who's very traditional and loyal and invested in them. And it looks like the problem is that it only gets worse. So this person, like, let's say, I'm just giving an example. You go to a strip club or you have a threesome and it was fun and exciting and all those things. Well, one of you out of the two of you, one of you basically got turned out. And now it's like, well, I want to do more. I want to do even more of that. So it's like wherever the two of you have gone in this relationship where it may have been nice and fun and spicing it up, it's almost like you've created a monster. Okay. And I might title it that. You've created a monster. Who knows? But someone's created a monster here now. So it's very difficult to go back to where you've been, to where you were in the beginning. And one of you may want to, the other person is not so much. That's for the one group. And then you have another group of you who it's just cheating. It's just cheating. And this woman has to make a decision. It looks like she has to be single. And I see that you guys are going to have a divorce or break up and go on your separate ways. And Virgos are processing it, or your person. Okay, one of you are processing this because the cheating is on a whole nother level. I mean, it's out of here, or it's about to be. It's about to be. And some of you probably can sense that. Some of you are kind of dealing with it now because there's a baby coming and there's pregnancy involved. But baby, especially if you're pregnant, if you guys are pregnant and you've gotten yourself caught up with the wrong individual, this is going to be bad. This is going to end badly. Sorry to say, but unfortunately, when you have narcissists and selfish people, when children come, which should be a blessing and it should strengthen the union, it tears it apart because the person is so narcissistic and selfish, they can never stand to have you focus on something else other than them. So that is what some of you could be dealing with. I definitely see that. If you're interested in looking into this further, all the details you will find in the description box below. Also, I think I'll probably try to put it in the comments section. You can also find the link for the 2021 Virgo yearly if you want to look at the rest of this year, and the link to my website. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe because I'll be back very soon with another one. Take care, Virgo.